KEET TV presents Homework Hotline, the after-school show that fuses learning with fun. Watch local teachers bring the classroom on air and online. This is Homework Hotline.
Welcome to Homework Hotline. My name's Pam Halstead and I taught science at Fortuna High School.
I'm Jody Himango. I teach 7th grade at McKinleyville Middle School.
Yay, welcome to the show, everyone. We're so happy that you have tuned in and we are ready to give you a great show.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to build a Newton's disc, which on a string, and we're going to use some kinetic energy to get a reverse rainbow going. So Pam is going to build our disc.
Yes.
And I'm going to give her instruction on how to do that.
Hands on, who doesn't like that?
And a little engineering project. And it's pretty fun. It's kind of like a homemade fidget spinner.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah.
At least certain people like them very
and
much.
low budget.
Yeah.
So if we can get it going fast enough, the colors will blend to our eye from into the white light or the visible spectrum. So. But we got to get it going really fast, which takes a little practice. So if you make one at home, don't give up too soon. And also, before we get too into this, I wanted to tell everyone that we have a high surf advisory tomorrow. So if you are at the beaches.
Is it 15 to 20 feet or something? I heard.
It's waves up to 23 feet on west-northwest facing beaches. So if you're at the beach tomorrow, don't turn your back on the ocean and stay far away from the waves.
And those are called sneaker waves, those ones that come and sneak up on you?
Right.
Yeah, because they say like the waves come every so many seconds, but those sneaker waves can just boom.
Right.
And you don't even know. And also, if you have a dog with you, do not go after the dog. That's a way that a lot of people get in big trouble. Because dogs can swim better than we can, and a lot of times the dogs make it and can swim back to shore.
And they tolerate our cold water better than we do.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So oftentimes the dog makes it and the human is at greater peril for hypothermia and stuff. So just be careful about that. That's all day tomorrow, or starting in the afternoon to the evening. So just plan on that if you're at the beach.
And we have some rain coming, which is good news, actually.
So keep your eyes peeled for rainbows, which brings us to the next slide.
Yay.
So a little bit about rainbows. Did you know rainbows are actually a full circle?
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. No.
And we never really see them like that unless you're in the air, and which obviously...
In a plane, like in the air?
Right.
Or an air balloon, hot air balloon?
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
So you have to have a unique perspective in order to see them in that full circle.
Neat.
And that is the beautiful Nepali coast off Kauai.
Cool.
Hawaii's famous for their rainbows.
That's on the right. That was on the right, yeah. And then the other one. Okay.
So if you want to build this at home, here's the materials that you're going to need. A CD.
Yes.
Mainly because it's round and perfect, and they've kind of become this piece of garbage. We don't really use them anymore.
Yes.
So it's a way, I always say the 5 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle, refuse, and repair.
Yes, those are great.
Yes, so not just the 3 R's, but there's really 5. Plus, the CD has actually like little rainbows on it.
Oh, that's so cool, yes.
So it serves a dual purpose. You're gonna need some cardboard, and through trial and error, I think the more rigid cardboard is better. So a little bit thicker cardboard is better to use for this particular project. Although, keep in mind, if you don't have any, you could look in your kitchen and you could take a cereal box or a cracker box. Make sure you get permission before you do that. Don't spill food everywhere.
Yeah.
Then you'll get in trouble, maybe.
Make sure it's empty.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so be creative if you don't have the proper supplies. Then you're also going to need paper, white paper, which actually I think they put over there.
Okay.
So, but you know what, Pam, let's
Can I get
recycle
started?
that paper right there.
Yes. Yes, yes.
And then, which isn't we're going to recycle that because my paper got moved. Cool. You need some coloring utensils, and much to my students' disappointment, this looks like candy, and they asked for some, and it's really crayons.
Oh no.
So you can choose if you want to use Sharpies, oh, thank you.
Yay.
Just ask and you shall receive at this
It's
show.
a miracle. Just came.
So there's crayons in here if you want to use those.
Right.
And did you know crayons are now made out of plastic, no longer wax?
They're made of plastic. That's no good.
I know. So my
Plastic
crayons
doesn't break down as well as the wax. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have high quality crayons.
Oh,
I've
that's
just got-
okay.
okay.
Don't worry about
And
it.
or
Get
you can use
Sharpies.
Sharpies,
Sharpies are
which are one of my favorite tools.
Yes.
You need string, and I say 91 centimeters, but you could estimate. If we end up with a meter, that will work.
Okay.
We're gonna need a ruler. I'm a perfectionist, so I brought you a protractor.
Okay.
That will help. Scissors, glue, and then something to poke the holes for the string.
Yes, which we have a letter opener, which is like a skewer.
And you could use at home, it would be much safer. You could use a pen or a paper clip or toothpicks, or I used a nail, so you'll have a chance to see my construction happening. And Pam is anxious to get started.
Yes.
So your very first step is you're going to use the CD
Yes.
to trace 2 circles.
2 circles.
Onto white paper.
White paper. Okay.
And trace the smaller inner circle too, because that
All right.
actually works as a
I
guide.
will do that, and it doesn't matter what I use. I can use that.
You
What's
can
here?
use anything you
Okay,
want.
sweet.
You can use, yep.
I'll use the
Choose your
Sharpie.
favorite color.
Okay, thank you. I will. So here I am tracing a circle on the outside, and I will be doing the inside. So outside circle,
And we need 2 of
inside
those.
circle, 2 of these. Here we go. Inside, outside.
And if you're doing distance learning from home, there's a very cool way to use a CD to make a low budget document camera. So if you need that for school, and probably your family has CDs that they would be willing to sacrifice to the learning cause.
Okay, I did that.
All right, now we need a CD on cardboard, traced
CD.
onto cardboard.
Trace it on the cardboard. 1 or 2?
Just one.
1. Okay.
And that's going to be our internal
Ooh,
support
Or support.
to provide structure to our disc.
Okay. Here I go, tracing the outside, tracing the inside. All right, I did that.
Okay.
I'm on step 2, and now tell me what to do.
Okay, next up.
Yes.
I recommend strongly coloring first. You'll make less of a mess.
Okay.
So, especially if you're using Sharpie, which are permanent.
All right.
So you're going to divide your circles, both of your paper circles, into 6 even parts.
Okay, now I will do that, but I'm not using a pencil or anything. I'm using this colored thing. You know what I'm saying? Does that matter or not?
It doesn't. You know, a pencil would be good.
Pencil would be good. How about something like
we don't happen to have a pencil
very
on us.
skinny little whatever skinny thing I can use. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well anyway. All right. So all right, so here's my question. So wait, what am I doing? 6, you said?
6 even parts.
6 even parts.
A circle is 360 degrees all the way around.
Okay, look, I'm gonna need some help here. Okay, wait, so there, wait. Oh, so 6. So it's like 3 here and
360.
3 here.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to divide it in half.
Divide it in
first.
half first.
And then.
And how am I knowing I'm doing exactly in half? Thank you, pencils.
Thank you.
Our people are wonderful. Okay, so
And we have, it's like we have interns.
how do am I okay just kind of guessing where that center is? Or
You're
should
okay
I measure
guessing.
it? Should I measure it and go then half of that? I got it. Okay,
Okay.
it's right there. All right. Okay, cool. And if I did on the other side too, that would have been smart. But okay, and I'm assuming I'm just going both ways. So I'm doing in half, half.
And then you want the top in thirds
Top in thirds.
and the bottom in thirds.
Okay, so here's the
So
trick.
we've got 180 degrees on the top.
Yes.
Divide that in by 3.
3. Okay, that's 6. Wait, 6 times 3 is 18.
Yep.
Okay, so I
60 degrees.
60 degrees.
And you could, a protractor is beautiful because you can go
Yes.
to 60 degrees on the other side, or you could add 60 degrees to 60.
To 120?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'll do that down here too.
Well,
Or I'm going to do something you're going to tell me. Go ahead.
You could do that. There's many ways to do that. You could measure down on the bottom, or you could just extend those lines
Extend the
down.
lines, which is the better idea.
That's a little faster.
It's faster. Let's do that. Okay, so here, But how do I know? Okay, here's a question. Well, I sort of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can do this, but I'll just do it. I'm just doing it.
Just
Here
commit.
I'm committing.
And our eyes can see, I think I've said this on the show before, our eyes can see the difference of like 3 millimeters.
Oh,
so
goodness.
we're actually really good at eyeballing
Something
stuff.
looks looking wrong here, like I have way more of that, but then I can't really see it, so I'm just doing
Right.
it. Like you said, commit, and you'll see.
Have faith. If it's
Faith.
not perfect, it will still work.
Hey, it's good enough. Okay, so fine.
now we have to repeat on the other circle.
Repeat. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so here I am. I'm taking it. I'm placing this in the center, and then I'm going 60 and 120. But if I do that, then I'm going to extend it down in a line down to there. Just because, well, that doesn't seem right. Oh, because I made a mark on it before. Okay, there we go. Now here's a question though. If it still works if, oh, well, never mind. You said it does. I'm going with what you said.
You know what? And we, just based on our own
Yes.
normal human strength,
good.
and we can't get this going so fast we can get it
Okay.
to white. So
Okay.
we're aiming for like a beige color.
Beige, okay.
on our reverse
Sounds
rainbow.
good, sounds good. All right, so here I go. Okay.
And while she's doing that, one thing I was wondering with these discs is what would it look like if you did like a black and white disc, or if you did a swirly disc, or if you added in white space. So this would be something, if you wanted, you could do color on one side and you could do like a black and white on the other. That might
Yeah.
be kind of fun.
Oh, you wanna
okay,
do
now
that?
we have to cut, let's color. But do you want to
Okay.
cut them apart and I'll color one and you color
Yes,
one
I'd
in
love
the
to.
interest of
That will-
time?
yes, that sounds great. Okay.
And you
Cutting this
have
in
to do
half.
them in order of the rainbow.
Order of the
so
rainbow.
Roy G. Biv, you probably learned that in elementary
Yes.
school. And
They told me
here-
that indigo is no longer considered a color in that.
Really?
Yeah, it's Roy G. Boof, like that.
Well, that's what I put on the
Cares?
slideshow.
It's all good. No, that's old. That's good. That mean it works.
And indigo is hard to come by in a Sharpie.
So great. Okay,
So, do you want to use the Sharpies?
I would like to.
Okay, I'm going to use the
Crayons.
just because this is what I used to do when I was a kid.
So I'm starting yellow. Does it matter that I'm doing the same as you?
It does not.
Okay, super.
And you just want to do Roy G. Biv.
Okay,
We're going to color rapidly here.
okay.
And then, so you have to have them in sequence, but
Sequence,
actually
Roy
it
G.
doesn't
Biv.
matter
And it doesn't matter
where
where you start or anything? Okay.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna do whatever you do there, or for now. Okay. That's the thing about Sharpies, they're fantastic, but sometimes they sort of run out of ink. Yeah.
I do have 2 yellows
Okay.
if you need a backup.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, they do. That is the bummer about markers.
yeah.
And that's why probably if you're at home and you're doing this, you could try it with watercolor, which would be really cool, I think.
Yes.
Or colored pencil. You don't need Sharpies. They just look very
Okay.
dramatic,
Yes.
which we like.
Okay, I'm going with the R of the
Oh,
Roy.
that's my favorite color.
Red. Red is?
That midnight blue crayon. That's
Ooh,
been my
that is
favorite
very
color since
nice.
I was a kid.
Oh.
But blue is the most popular favorite color in America.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
And
Neat.
not surprising.
No.
Do you know what our eye's favorite color is?
No, actually, I'll make something up.
Okay.
Green?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, lucky me. Oh, that's cool.
Green is our eye's favorite
Oh,
color.
you know what? Photosynthesis. That's interesting, huh? I mean, in terms of
Well,
plants.
and if you think about our natural environment.
Yes, there's a lot of green in it.
Right.
Yeah. Neat.
So green is we have more green receptors than any other color.
Well, that makes sense in terms of food finding and things like that.
Right.
Figuring out
Unless you're colorblind.
edible. Yes. Oh, yeah. You have a hard time with that color.
Yeah.
All right. So Roy. R-O-Y. Oh, my gosh. I screwed
Okay,
up.
and
Orange.
So if you look at her coloring, you know
I
what?
can't believe I messed this up. That's okay. This will be an example of one. Oh, look how you are coloring.
This is why I'm coloring before I cut, so I can color messy.
Good. All right. Well, I already messed it up, but anyway, all right. I did not do it in the proper order.
You know what? That
Whatever.
is
We're going to find
okay.
out how it doesn't work, and then
I-
it does work. That's the great thing about science.
Yeah.
Is you make mistakes.
It's all an
and then you'll be
experiment.
like, yes, it's an experiment.
Yours
and the one
might
side
turn out better.
And the one, sure. Thank you for your encouragement.
Well, I did this with my 7th grade class, so if any of my 7th graders are watching to get another lesson, if they didn't quite keep up with us at school, I told them to watch again today.
Oh, good.
And some of them went a little off the rails on the directions.
Yeah. Oh, well.
They missed the part about putting it in
Y,
order.
G, green, boy, oh boy. All right. It's okay.
Talking and coloring
O-Y.
can sometimes throw you for a loop.
Wait a minute. R-O-Y-G. G is green.
Here, use this as a cheat sheet.
My whole thing. Thank you. I think I've already messed it up enough. Okay, I'll just keep going.
Okay,
I'm just going.
I
with
say
the
go
cream
with
crack.
it. That is
All
the
right.
beauty of
I'm a
science.
student and I'm making mistakes. I'm no offense, students. I know that teachers make mistakes as well.
That's how you learn.
And I'm an exactly. Okay.
And I also wanted, so Isaac Newton is, you know, an old dead white guy from England, but he is credited with the discovery of white light being made up of all the colors of the rainbow.
But
or
despite
visible
old,
light.
white and dead, he also was an incredibly observant and creative person. He was amazing that way, and that helped him as a scientist do what he did.
Yes.
Okay, so whatever. No,
But he also did a lot of his important discoveries during the bubonic plague. So back then,
he didn't get it.
nature
Lucky for
repeats
him.
itself.
Oh my goodness.
So he had some free time on his hands
Yes.
because he was stuck at home to try to avoid the plague. And he came up with many of his important scientific discoveries.
Wow. And how smart of him to stay home. Did he wear a mask? You know, they had masks but they were weird beak masks.
I thought that was for the plague doctors only.
The plague
but
doctors.
maybe.
I don't think that people did wear those. Yeah.
And here's a fun Isaac Newton fact. So he said he stood on the shoulders of giants and the scientists who came before him, because we definitely build on the information that we learn from others.
Yes.
And but he was also pretty cantankerous, I guess.
Oh.
He had a big
Cranky
dispute.
man.
He had a big dispute with Robert Hooke, who invented the microscope.
Oh.
So there was a lot of really important scientific discoveries happening at that time. But
I'm assuming this is indigo. I mean purple.
yes.
Okay, thank you. Mine are completely not in the right order, so we'll see what happens when they're not.
Yeah, we will.
We sure will. Mrs. Halstead, who did it wrong and was told not. Okay, it's all right.
But very nice coloring job.
My coloring job is really good.
The coloring job is outstanding.
Yeah.
If we were assessing for proper sequence of a rainbow.
Not a good 0 on that. And then if we were assessing for a good coloring job, maybe a 5.
We would just say needs revision.
Needs revision. That's a good way to do it. Very nice. And kinder than wrong.
Or 0.
Okay, 0, yeah.
Okay, I'll cut cardboard while you cut
Sweet.
that.
Okay, I'm going to cut it.
So
do
cardboard,
that.
it helps to have the big scissors to cut the cardboard
Okay.
rather than the safety kid scissors.
Yes.
Although I'm not above making 7th graders use the safety scissors. Because do you know they do things like try to cut each other's hair at school?
Oh dear, no. That's
Don't do that, you guys.
yeah.
That's not cool in any way, shape, or form.
No, and I mean, if the person said it's okay, maybe, but
No,
they
even
did not.
then.
Okay, even then. Okay. That's all right.
I do not condone hair cutting in my
No,
7th
okay,
grade
that's a
science
good idea. That's a
class.
good idea. I hadn't had that experience. But you know, I did student teach at Zane, so I do have some kind of idea of, you know what, I remember that the 7th graders, when I was teaching them, were very sweet and very, I'm sorry guys, I'm not meaning to say you're young, but they were compared to the 9th graders I was
bet.
teaching.
Compared to high schoolers.
Compared to the 9th graders,
For
yeah.
sure. I love the 7th graders.
Yeah, they're very sweet.
They're a lot of fun.
Yes.
And my students are telling me jokes to bring to you all. I cannot remember jokes, so they have to tell me on the day of.
Yeah.
So I have one for you from Jaden. Shout out to Jaden if you're watching. Tuesday's joke was courtesy of Connor, which was popular among the crew. But Jaden said, "Why did the cookie have to go to the hospital?"
Because he, I don't know, got broken.
It was feeling crummy.
Oh,
I know.
That's very sweet.
Okay, next up.
Okay.
So,
Next
if
up.
you're watching, students, love ya. You're doing great. I've been super impressed with you. So next step is we're gonna, we cut out all our circles. Now we're gonna glue the colored circles to the cardboard, color side out.
Okay.
I brought you glue stick.
Oh, yay, thank you. Okay.
And while you're doing that, I will touch up on my project. I noticed it was coming unglued.
Okay. Does it matter if I do the cardboard or the paper?
I don't believe so.
Okay, good. We'll find out. If it's wrong, I'm
it
doing
goes
it. I'm doing
flying.
it. Okay. All right. On both sides. Okay. Okay, there's one side and the next side. Love these things. I think I'm running out of glue though.
Okay, don't worry, I brought it back up.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, there's the end
One
of
thing
that.
you learn when teaching 7th grade is you don't want to be left without the proper materials.
Oh yes, you better have plenty of extra.
Or you have to come up with a lot of jokes.
Yeah. You could have a joke contest in your class.
Yeah, that will eat through some time.
Yeah, for sure. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm really curious what it would look like with different colors. And also, keep in mind...
May I interrupt you?
Yes.
Okay, so if mine was right, would I have to line it up with yours?
No.
Oh, sweet. Okay, then I'm great.
Because you only look at one side at a time.
That's right. Okay, then that's good. We'll see. We did an experiment here.
Yeah.
Inadvertently.
And it might work still.
Oh, can I now poke a hole?
Yeah, but I think we should poke the hole on top of the cardboard
That's a
to
great idea.
protect the surface.
Great idea. Okay.
Of the desk that we're working on.
All right. Oh, geez.
Okay, and you're poking the hole actually. Yeah,
on the hole.
Two. On the edge.
Tell me what now?
On the edge of the small inner circle.
Oh.
Lined up with one of the lines.
Okay,
that way you don't have to measure. Like we kind of already set ourselves up.
Okay.
So that's why we trace the small hole on the
You know what?
CD.
That means I'm going to mess up the back, since I didn't line up the one with the other.
You know what? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't? Okay, great.
No, just throw caution to the wind.
Caution
Careful when you're using sharp objects.
Yes. Okay. I think I got 2 there. There we go. Works for my side, not yours necessarily. That's okay. Oh.
Okay, so now we need approximately 1 meter of string.
Oh, do we have a meter stick? Oh, no, but look what we have, you guys. We have, this is 30, is that 30 centimeters here?
Yep.
Okay, so we
do that 3 times-ish.
Yes. Okay. 1.
At my work table at home, I drew the measurements right on the table.
Okay, that's a good idea. 2, oopsie, 2, that'll give us 90.
90, so let's
then I can add 10?
Yeah, let's add 10.
Okay.
And or 36 inches if you're at home and you don't have a centimeter measuring device.
There's 30, and then we'll go with 10. 10 is right there.
All right.
Okay.
And if you don't have string at home, you could use yarn, you could use dental floss, but some of my students use dental floss, and because of all the energy that's stored in the string, it
cutting. Yes.
Which is also interesting.
It is. Neat. Discovering new things. Anyway,
yes. Okay. So next up, we have to string our disc. And what you're going to do is you're going to put one end of the string through one hole and the other end of the string through the other hole.
Now that's tricky, only because...
You can feed it with your sharp object or your pencil.
Okay, I'm going to need to feed it.
Okay, I can feed it.
Please feed.
So it's not just going to, the string isn't going to just flow in despite what we might hope.
Yeah, because it sort of frays at the end. So frays means it comes apart into its little parts, because this is just a bunch of little strings all wrapped around together. So this string is made up of it looks like about 10 little tiny pieces of string that are thinner.
And one of the directions I should have given.
Oopsie doodles.
Make sure the opening is big enough for the string to easily pass through.
Yes, make sure it is, because otherwise our string gets messed up. And all the little things fray off. Okay.
Speaking of fraying, we may have jinxed ourselves. Don't poke it like that in your hand.
No.
That is dangerous.
Oh, I think it's gonna work. Yay for the bigger hole. And then I put this end through this.
Yeah, and you know what? If your end gets really frayed and your teacher laughs hysterically at you, You can do a few things which teachers shouldn't do, but I have a lot of fun at my job, so sometimes I do. I'm just going to trim off a little excess.
Trim.
And then we're going to, hopefully, this piece will be as cooperative as the last piece.
Yes.
It might be this side is a little finicky.
There
Okay,
we go.
there we go.
All right, nice. So here we go.
Mission accomplished.
We have it properly strung.
Right.
Okay.
So now what you want to do is at the end of your string, you want to tie a simple knot.
Simple knot.
Or you could do a complex knot.
Complex.
You just, you just
left
need,
over right, right over left. How about that? That is.
You just need some sort of knot.
Knot. Okay, I'm working on it. It's pretty frayy at this end, so. Oh dear. Okay, wait a sec. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can use more of the string then to make this knot. Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, good, good, good. Okay. So I'm making a knot, everybody. Here we go.
I don't actually think I mean, you want to approximate the length of, I said 91 centimeters, so we actually had a little extra.
We did extra, didn't we?
If you have to approximate, just.
It's kind of a messy, but does it matter? Do we leave the fray ends and stuff?
You can leave, I left mine, so
okay,
here's mine.
Sweet. All right.
Okay, here's the really fun part.
Oh boy.
Trying to figure out how to spin it.
Okay, okay. Tell me what to do.
So, what you're gonna do is center, yep, you wanna center your disc inside on your string.
Okay.
And my string is twisted because I've used it so much.
Yes.
Okay, and then you wanna start spinning it. And you wanna try to keep it, I start laughing because she's not spinning it perfect, and look what happens to me. You want to spin it so that your disc gets going.
Okay.
So you want it really tight. You can spin one side a little faster. And then once it's spun, you kind of like release and tighten.
Okay. So it's a yo-yo thing.
Which takes some practice, you guys. I had to practice for like a week.
Oh, geez.
It depends on how coordinated you are.
Oh, hey. It's harder than it looks, everybody. Hey, if you're having difficulty, so am I. So
yeah, and some of my students, of course, did it in like a New York minute, which apparently minutes are faster in New York.
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of fun. When you get it going really fast, it makes...
hey, it looks white. I don't know, kind of.
Yeah, it does.
Is that your side? I think that's your side.
No,
my side, I'm sure
think
doesn't.
What side was facing me?
My side too? Mine.
They looked white. Your
side.
What?
I want to check that out.
So,
that's so
the
cool.
idea is we can get it spinning so fast that the light that's reflecting off of the colors blends to your eye so it appears white. See, mine's not going quite fast enough. Ooh, hers is. Yeah, there you go.
Yay! So cool.
And it makes this really satisfying wind noise.
Yes.
Also.
So fun. So fun. Boy, I hope you guys have fun making this because it is really awesome. It's fun and educational at the same time. So,
thanks for watching so much. I hope you make one. Send us your videos and everything. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Next